do you think's behind there?
Dead bodies!
Maybe we should go through it.
Everywhere I go leads me back to you.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Hi.
Can we just agree this is the best film title ever?
It's a great film
Yes.
title. Yes.
Did they have you at the title?
Yes.
Yes.
Truly, for me, yes.
Yes. What about for you, Colin?
Same.
Okay, was this, because when we were brainstorming for this interview, we were all sort of like, I'm about to go have a big, bold, beautiful coffee. And this, I feel like it's going to be a TikTok thing, an internet thing. Were you guys doing this on set or was it just us?
Just you.
Yes.
No, we're all here for TikTok and Instagram. We're all, yeah. We'll take it.
Okay.
Absolutely. To
I love
get
it.
it out there.
No, there weren't that many jokes on set about the title.
Big bowl, beautiful sandwich. Big bowl, beautiful chippy sandwich.
We really
big bowl,
should have. We
beautiful
could have milked
Cheetos.
that. We didn't.
Big bowl, beautiful.
We
road
could do
trip.
it now. We
Big
could do
bowl,
it to
beautiful-
camera.
Big
We're-
bold, beautiful master.
Big bowl,
We
beautiful
didn't-
content day.
Yeah.
Yes, don't you just
Yes.
love it?
Big bowl, beautiful
Big, bold,
moss.
beautiful garden that you
Big bowl,
garden.
beautiful set.
We missed a trick.
Door, umbrella.
We could just keep going for 15 minutes. It would be great. So I wanted to talk about your filmmaking process. I read, and I hope I have this correct, that you said it was one of the most magical experiences of your life. And I'm just curious, why is that?
It was, I think just the size of it to begin with made it so much more intimate than a lot of films get to be, or at least films I've been doing lately. So the fact that it was like a small crew and we were in doing everything so practically, we kind of were on a road trip and the movie is a road trip. And I mean, it was just, and Colin's just like the most magical person I've ever met.
You are so magical, Colin. Yeah. From what I understand, Kogonada had you both do a lot of things that you never hear about prepping for a movie. You went on long car rides together. Yeah. You read Walt Whitman book at the same time. He had a movie list and maybe you went to the cinema together. So can we first go through the list of films that he gave you to watch or something that stood out to you that sort of imbues the essence of this film?
Were there any John Hughes films? I'm bringing it back to John
Sure.
Hughes. Were there any John Hughes films? And there wasn't.
No,
There wasn't?
I don't know why you brought it up in whatever chat we did, but...
Because John Hughes films for me, it was so about youth and about discovering who you are. And even though my character is middle-aged in this film, a lot of it is about going through these doors and going back into time and reckoning with your past and letting go of certain things that have been holding you back and forgiving yourself certain things and kind of trusting in the ideas of hope, which you might be too jaded to still believe in, but kind of reigniting your belief in hope and the opportunity of love to come into your life. So yeah, it felt, there was a kind of a whimsy as well to it that felt almost kind of John Hughes. Like, but the films that Kogonada had us, he did do a list of films.
We watched Bridges of Madison County.
Okay, this is one of my favorite films of all time, and nobody talks about it.
I had
It's
not
so
seen
beautiful.
it. I bawled my eyes out.
When she puts her
obviously.
hand on the
I
door
can't,
handle?
the door
Don't
handle
stop.
bit.
And sees him in the rain in the rearview mirror.
I'll cry again.
Did she make the right choice? Okay, we could
Hiroshima
tell.
Mon Amour.
Hiroshima Mon Amour, that was tough.
That was
beautiful.
that's a tough one. And then Vanya on 42nd Street,
So
because
much
we
fun.
do some, this what we call the black box in the movie. So that was kind of applicable for that performance-y in-camera thing that we were playing with, which is so good. What else was on that list? And then we watched all the
And then we
Before
watched the
Sunrise.
Linklater's Before Sunrise.
Yes.
and
trilogy in the cinema.
Yeah, that was cool.
And you got to watch it in the cinema because it's not in the cinema
I know.
anymore.
Well, the American Cinematheque
It almost
kindly
felt
let
like
us
we weren't shooting
screen
this
it.
film. Like that we were doing it without a camera. It was just, it felt like a experiment, the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's
It
beautiful.
felt like, the purity of kind of going to drama school. It just felt like fun and exploration. And the script was obviously set in stone, but within that stone, Kogonada was open to us bringing elements of ourselves to it and trying new lines on the day. And it's just a super organic experience.
Did you really take a long car ride together and sort of talk about life?
Did
Did
it
it kind of
was,
mimic?
but we certainly went to McDonald's, didn't we? We had to drive to McDonald's. Even though Burger King is in the film, we went across the other side of the track.
We did have quite a lot of burgers on this movie.
How come I wasn't on this set?
The
This
last
sounds
bit of
great.
rehearsals we did in the car. So Colin would drive and we'd be in his car, and Kay would sit in the back, and I'd sit in the passenger seat, and we'd kind of
And we'd begin
talk
to run
through
the scenes,
or
yeah.
we'd do
Oh
the
my gosh.
scenes. Or
So
we'd-
much fun.
Or sometimes we'd be talking and actually say lines that are in the movie, which was
So if
very
you were
meta.
so no songs on the playlist? Was there a car song?
Oh, we
that-
listened to a lot of music.
Did
as
you?
well. Yeah.
Like what did you listen to?
Tangerine Dream.
Tangerine Dream, yes,
Love it.
indeed.
One thing, whenever I'm a sucker for a romantic film, and for me, the meet cute is the moment because it has to be right. It has to be the moment that you feel like these two characters' lives are changed forever. And if you don't feel that tangible chemistry, the film doesn't work. So how did you both, on the day, make sure you got that scene right where you have the meet cute?
Oh, it was just so easy working with Margot from day one. I mean, it really was. I felt so familiar to me. And from the first moment, we rehearsed in a studio off Sunset Boulevard, and we were just in a soundstage. It was just a long table, some coffee in the corner, and myself, Margot, and Cogonada. And we just sat around and we spoke and we talked about our lives, and we talked about bits of ourselves that we saw in the film. And it was just a conversation that really organically began and continued the whole way through the shoot. There was a lot of laughter and a lot of really good, solid sharing, and it was just
You say
so
that with
easy.
a laugh. There's something there.
No, there was just so much. We were just the three of us were just open books, you know. And particularly, I mean, Kay was understandably and consciously kept himself just a little bit outside it. Not that he wasn't part of it. It was a trifecta of the three of us. But he, being the director and the writer, was just a little bit outside. But it was just, Margaret just felt so familiar to me, and it was just a joy to do this every single day with her. It was lovely. I didn't feel much difference between the moments before the camera was rolling and the moments after. You know, it was just. Yeah, it was.
And I think
so easy.
our meet cute in the movie happens at a wedding, and when you film a wedding in a movie, it does. Don't you think it feels like you're going to a wedding? Like
Yeah, of
everyone,
course.
you know,
Yeah.
there's the bride, and everyone is excited to see what she's wearing, and like there is like.
Yeah, it's
the
lovely.
music and the atmosphere and everything, and you know you're making it for a movie, but it does feel
No,
like
it
a
was
wedding
very
day.
romantic, absolutely.
And so when we do have
tables are set beautifully, the
tables are
flower
set,
arrangements
flowers
are gorgeous.
Everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
There's music,
Which one
there's
of
a
you cried?
band. I didn't go. I'm not a real crier at weddings, to be honest. But I
Funerals, yeah.
They're exciting.
Weddings. Not so much.
They're exciting, and so having a meet cute scene when you're filming a wedding scene. It's kind of like you're
environment is
already,
a lot of fun.
you're already a little bit giddy.
Yeah.
You're already
Yeah.
like, hi, I'm Sarah. Yeah, like you can't help but kind of feel those.
Do
vibes.
each of you have a favorite romantic film of all time? Or one you could name?
So many. I mean, I think the Before Sunrise and Before Sunset
God, they're so
movies
beautiful.
are unbelievably romantic. For me, Unrequited Love is like The Remains of the Day is one of my favorite films
beautiful.
ever.
Oh my God, that's crushing. Isn't it? So
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's so beautiful. And then like the fun ones like Love Actually or, you know, Notting Hill, whatever.
I enjoy all those too.
I'm actually here with Horse and Hound today. What about for you? Favorite
Horse and
romantic
Hound?
film?
It's a
It was
joke in Notting Hill.
Notting Hill.
Colin, watch your
No, I don't know it that well. I just said I enjoyed it. I'm not having it caught out. Favorite romantic film? Oh, I'll say With Neil and I. Can I say that's a wrong?
It's
kind
a
of
romance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of between the
It's
two.
one of the best
And
movies
it ends
ever.
very sorrowfully with one of them leaving to have an expanded life. But it's very romantic as well.
Brilliant.
I like that there's a door behind us
Yes.
because in this film you visit different parts of your past. Your characters do in the film, walking through doors. You don't know what's going to be on the other side, but I would love to ask each of you if you could walk through this door right now and revisit one scene from your careers. Either that it was so good that you want to
do it
relive
again?
it,
No, it's not that.
or
It's
that
never
you want to
gonna
do
be
it
that.
again,
So
or that
good,
you
I
want to
wanna
do it
I
again.
nailed it so hard that I want to experience that.
Or that you
that
wish
victory
you
again.
you were beating yourself up and wish you could do it again for another reason. But is there one?
Oh God, there's so many. There's so many.
I can't think of any that I'm like, nailed that.
No,
Yeah.
but that you enjoyed the experience. That it was just something you would love to sort of have that feeling again, evoke that feeling again.
To be honest, there was one scene I did in Phone Booth, and I think it was more to do with the fact that the take was about 7 or 8 minutes long.
Wow.
Was that possible? Did they have enough? Because it was on film. Whatever it was really long, and it was towards the end of Phone Booth, so it was a big emotional thing. And then it went through a bunch of scenes that usually in a standard film you'd cut, but because we were under time constraints and the sun was setting and we only had 9 days to shoot it, we were blasting through everything, and the take went on and I got lost in it. And the only reason I say it is not that I was pat myself on the back, but Joel Schumacher, who's since moved on to the other realm, came up afterwards and put his arm around me and just told me he was so proud. And I was a bit raw at that stage for loads of reasons, but Joel Schumacher put his arm around me. I'll never forget it when I got out of the booth, and then I was shot and I landed on the ground. They said, cut, and Joel just came up and he just put his arm around me and he just said, I love you, honey. I'm so proud of you. And did you ever meet Joel when he was alive? He was magic. He was magic. And when he apologized to the fans of Batman, did you ever see him apologize?
I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, it's so heartfelt. It's a very simple thing. It's on YouTube. Just look up
Okay.
Joel Schumacher apology on YouTube.
I'll be doing that the second I walk out of here.
Yeah, seriously, and you'll just see him. He's saying for any of the people who thought that I took the characters that they loved, I'm really sorry. I was only trying to make an entertaining film. Like, and he meant that. He's not playing games. Joel was magic. So that, but only because Joel was just, I just remember.
And can I just personally say I love Phone Booth. Great movie.
Oh, thanks.
What about
so
for
good?
you?
I always bring it up.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's something I'd go back and redo from an acting point of view, but there are, if I could go back and be on the set of Wolf of Wall Street again, there's a couple of things. It was just so crazy, and it was my first American movie, so I was like,
God,
I
you
wonder
were
if
amazing. in
all
it.
the
You were
movies are going to be
amazing
like
in it.
this, and then now I've since realized like that was just a.
God, you're extraordinary.
Amazing, both of you.
Oh
Both of you. You're
God.
picking two of my favorites. Actually, you're leading me into my next question because you have chosen a lot of big, bold characters to play, from Wolf of Wall Street to Babylon, of course, to Barbie.
How amazing was Babylon, and how amazing
Incredible.
was she
The
in Babylon?
dance scene, stop it. The dance scene was
Extraordinary in it.
incredible. But you've chosen a lot of really big, bold characters to play in the past. Harley Quinn is another example. Barbie was the last, obviously a cultural phenomenon. It was the last film that you made before this one. So how is this walking through a
amazing
new
at so
door
many
for
things.
you in terms of it being an actress? And maybe Sarah's a bit of a different type of a character than you've played before?
She's very different. Yeah, I find her to be, far more subtle than some of the other, not that subtle, that's not really the right word. I think,
Modest.
no, she was just, I don't know, Kay put it in an interesting, Kogonada put it in an interesting way recently. He was like, she's, it's less of those outward, she's not throwing punches outwardly, but it doesn't mean that it's not all happening beneath the surface. And I found that interesting. I was like, oh yeah, I do gravitate towards characters normally, I think, that react impulsively and outwardly a lot, and I like that, and it's really fun. And I did want to play Sarah to do something a little bit different. And I also just found that there were just things about her that I felt were similar to me, and normally I'd be like, no, I don't want to play a character that's similar to me at all. And so this was kind of the first time that I was like, oh no, I want to do that now. I don't know why, different stage of my life.
And for you, it's my understanding that you had just come off the Penguin. It was about 3 weeks later you started filming this. So shedding all those prosthetics and makeup and being, barefaced, and how was this sort of walking through a door to something different and fresh for you?
It was a bit of an antidote.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Penguin was so dark.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
And we all know it's only make-believe, but if you're 14 hours a day
Yeah.
convincing yourself that reality is a certain way, you start to begin to feel that reality when you go home in the evening. So Penguin was amazing, but super dark and messed up. So to come onto this film with Margot and be playing two characters, bouncing off each other and beginning to, through a journey of exploration of the self and the other, beginning to come to a stage throughout the story where they both are open to possibilities that they had closed the door to, i.e., the presence of love in their life, and the uncertainty that comes with that, and the fear that comes with that, but the beauty that arrives with it also. That was, it was cool. It was an antidote. It was because it was such a joyful experience, this whole thing, and it deals with loss as well, particularly through Sarah Margot's character, and pain and sorrow and regret and all those things, but ultimately in a kind of a triumphant way, which is always angling towards love and towards redemption, and the liberty that can come as a result of that,
All those juicy things actors love to
Yeah,
play.
but fun, but in a really fun, kind of joyful container with this, It was,
Yeah.
it was a blast every day.
Wow. Speaking of bouncing off each other, you do an impression of Colin. I don't want to put you on the spot. Can you still do the accent? Can you still do it?
No, please don't make me do it. I think we should hear Colin do an
Impression
impression
of
me.
Margot.
No.
Yes,
Go on,
come on,
do your
Colin.
best.
49, I know a little bit better than that. Next time we ask me your age. No. Yeah.
Okay, and I won't have you do impressions of each other, but I will ask about, you have a singing and dancing scene where you were sort of reliving high school days and a musical that you were in.
Mortification.
And Margot, I think you said that Colin has talents that the world is about to see when they see this film. Talk about how talented this gentleman is at singing and
I'm
dancing.
like, no, I'm not even joking. People are going to be like, why hasn't he done? I was like, why has he not done a musical? I don't understand how this is. He's sung in films before, like in
Crazy Heart?
Crazy Heart.
Yep.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. But
fun.
this is like full High School Musical vibes, and he does a dance and he sings and he's unbelievably good. And the world just needs to know that Colin Farrell can sing and dance.
The new Zac Efron right here.
Exactly.
And you just look embarrassed right now. But how was it for you?
Sit here in my discomfort.
How was
There's
it for you
nothing else I
filming
can
those
do.
scenes?
Mortifying.
Was it?
Yeah. And fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
Mortifying and fun, in that order.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But I got the kind of purpose of it, and it was because it was a mortifying time also, but in his life, because he was in love with the character I was playing, is in love with one of his cast members, so he had to go back into that and explore that again and kind of see it from a different perspective. But it was a blast.
We also shot at an actual high school, so it also
kind of
just
a blast.
felt like you were stepping back into...
John Hughes territory, say it, say it. John Hughes, and all roads lead back to John.
This is actually a remake
All roads lead back to John. The Breakfast Club.
of The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, for sure.
Which one are each of you?
Yeah.
Which one would you be?
Oh, little bits of all of them, one would like to think, huh?
I don't really feel like I identified with one of them in particular. Maybe a bit of all.
Ali Sheedy, emo girl?
Yeah, I guess.
Back then?
Maybe
Back
that's
then a
more
little
my
bit?
high school. Yeah.
You're the Judd
my
Hirsch
high
for
school
sure. Come on, you had to be the rebel.
No.
Yeah, of course, duh.
Yeah, fingerless gloves.
I love it. It's my understanding that you took
Did you ever wear
Did you wear
fingerless
fingerless gloves?
Yes.
You did?
Last month. Yeah. I bought some on Amazon.
Shut up.
I did. I'll take a picture of them later when I get home and I'll send them to you.
Did you wear black eyeliner? That's
Black
how you.
eyeliner, that was later in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
eyeliner.
So it's my understanding that there was one night, I think it was a night shoot, and you were both walking along a long road, and you said to Colin, OMG, this is magical.
I said it just like that.
Did you?
OMG. Yes.
Yeah, we had a lot of those moments where we'd kind of be like, oh my God, I can't believe we get to do what we do and we get to.
Always have those.
I love working with actors who know how lucky they are to be doing what we're doing, and we're both very much like that.
Yeah.
Where we're every time we're on set, we're like, oh my God,
Giddy.
we have the best job in the
get
world.
giddy
This is
sometimes.
we're so lucky. This is so amazing. And there were so many of those moments because this movie was, well, it is a beautiful movie, but making it was also incredibly magical and beautiful. So we had a lot of those moments. Yeah.
I always go to movies, and when I walk out, if I'm seeing a movie about cars, I want to drive faster. If I'm
Yeah.
seeing a movie about mother and daughter, I want to call my mom. What do you think the sentiment that people are going to take away from this film is?
Oh.
What do you hope that they take away and text their friends about?
I mean, always, it's so banal to say, but always just hope they're entertained more than anything, truly, you know? And I think it's a very forgiving film. It's a really compassionate film. It's a really kind script. And everyone in all of our shared lives, our individual lives in this shared human experience, we all have things in our past that we regret and that we feel sorrow for, that we're angry over. And it's an opportunity through these characters' experiences in the film to just have a look in the rearview mirror and let go of things as well and just...
It's also one of those films, I think, so many movies, like you said, like when you're watching like, you know, a crazy heist film, you're like, I want to jump off the building or what, you know, whatever. But this is like one of those movies that makes you feel that your ordinary life is quite extraordinary.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
lovely.
That's a beautiful sentiment.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, and I hope I'm not the only one that feels this way, but there is a scene in the trailer where you are in high school, you're walking down a hallway, and the teacher sees you as a 14 or 15-year-old, and then sees you and says, oh, you look 40. I feel like there's an age that some of us don't mature past. Like our humor stays at a certain age, or there was like a sweet spot. I'm 16 forever, so I'm wondering for each of you, what is that age that you will forever feel?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I think for me, there's a reverting back to youth. Like for years when I was in my teenage years and 20s, I was trying to be a man and prove what a man I was. And then the older I get, the more giddy and more childlike I can get. Maybe it's early onset dementia, and I'm not even joking about that, but I do feel like I'm getting younger in many ways the older I get. But maybe 12 or 13.
12 or 13, I love it. Because you don't care anymore what people think, right?
Not
you
as
care
much.
less.
Not
Yeah.
as much.
What about for you, Margot?
I think I've always simultaneously been like 7 years old and 27 years old. Always. Like when I was 7, I felt 27 and 7. And I don't know, maybe I'll be stuck in those 2 ages forever.
Two lucky numbers.
Yeah,
2 sevens in there.
Yeah, and I like 7. I like that number.
I want to thank you both so much. This was a delight.
Yeah, this is
Good to see
lovely.
you.
I cannot wait to see this movie, actually, and I can't wait for audiences to see it. So if you want to go on a big, bold, beautiful journey, get your tickets right now at Fandango. Thanks for watching.